Hey there, content creators, pop culture fans, and all around pretty things. I'm Christopher, and in this episode, Vincent and I are going to be talking about owning your own IP and what it means to have 1,000 true fans, right? Why is it important to own your IP in this day and age? Well, in the past, it wasn't always that simple. If you wanted to create something, you had to bring in a studio or a investor, distribution. All of these factors essentially would chip away at your ownership of whatever it was that you wanted to create. Now, you got a lot of people who in the past were ready to do that. They had a creation and it was more important than anything to them that it got an audience. It got on the screen or the television. But the problem with that is that by the end of it, you've got your representation, you've got attorneys, you've got the studio. Everybody gets a piece of that pie. These days, there is a lot more opportunity for you to create something and put it out there on your own. And I'm not saying don't go for distribution, but you don't have to give all of your rights away to a single distribution outlet. You may notice that recently on my channel, I just had the pleasure of interviewing the creators of Crawl or Die, and we talk a lot more about that on that episode. So I'll leave a link to that either in the description or in one of the boxes that appears at the end of this video. But the fact is that you don't have to give away all your rights to everything now. You can get your property out there and you can still own all or at least most of it. So with the different video on demand outlets, physical media, all being different things that you can either sell your rights to or retain them. So I believe that for the most part, the name of the game these days is retaining your rights. So, you may not be able to have time or the resources to distribute digitally, VOD, that sort of thing, but you may be able to distribute your DVDs, your Blu-rays, sorry, not DVDs. I'm showing my age. So you want the ability to do that. And that's where the 1,000 True Fans comes in. So you may have seen this before, and I know there are lots of other videos on YouTube about the 1,000 True Fans. And if I can't get 1,000 True Fans, then maybe Vincent can. The idea is simply this. If you can get 1,000 followers who like what you do well enough to be willing to spend $100 a year on what you do, that's a six-figure salary right there. What they also become is they become nodes of promotion so that your 1,000 True Fans grows into more fans. Now, again, the reason that so many people wanted to pursue the kind of the Hollywood dream of this idea that, well, if I give up my rights to this particular property, then, I'll become more attractive to the big studios and I'll become a superstar and I'll become a millionaire. And I don't know if that exists anymore. Are there any really truly big Hollywood stars that aren't kind of the remains of the last kind of couple of decades of that era? Sure, there are people that we know of, famous names, singers, that sort of thing, but no big kind of true stars. Now there's so many famous people. You can be a fan of one person and, go to, talk to your next door neighbor about them and they're like, no, I've never heard of that person. That happens a lot. But, back in the day, you said George Clooney or Brad Pitt, everybody knew who they were. And for the most part, they still do, but they're leftovers. They're held over from that last era of filmmaking. Now we're in content creation where you can be a celebrity to your small but loyal following, and most other people have never heard of you. Word may spread over time, but in the meantime, that small kind of package of fans, hopefully the 1,000 true fans that you get, are your bread and butter. Now, is a six-figure salary being wealthy in this day and age? No. These days, it can, still be considered just getting by. How expensive things are, especially if you need to sink money back into equipment and continuing to grow what you do. But that 1,000 true fans can be very important. So how do you get 1,000 true fans? Well, you maintain your social media, you keep your YouTube channel going. I happen to be having some good success with Instagram as well. This goes back to what I was saying before about fan engagement. You need to find ways to engage your fans constantly with relevant content. Like Vincent here. Actually, Vincent is not relevant content. Vincent is just hanging out with me, but he is cute. So, but no, you can engage your audience with your with relevant content. Have a reason to be in front of them, and you will find an audience that believes in that reason as well. There's that saying that I love to repeat: people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So why am I here talking to you? I find the changing landscape of video on demand and how it's evolving the content we create and how we tell stories very exciting. So I'm happy to talk to you about that every day. Another way is cute animals. Not specifically cute animals, but cute animals are a part of my life. And they're part of my daily routine. So what do I want to do? I want to share a bit of my daily routine with you guys. And that's what you as content creators may want to think about doing as well. It's not just about what you're doing, why you're doing it, but involve your audience in the daily process of what goes into your creations. That's what I do with my YouTube channel here. Obviously, I'm in my garage, which is my green screen studio, and I have a video coming up. I promised it a while ago, but it's actually been very tough to edit together in an entertaining way. But, a video about building my green screen. That way other people who may want to build a green screen can see what's involved and get an idea of what the process is. Not just the step-by-step process, but what it means to, what it means to... what kind of impacts having a green screen studio in your garage has. Anyway, another way is to go out and engage other people's social media. There are other people who are interested in what you do, and they're posting about it as well. So, go comment on their stuff in an enthusiastic way. Don't go and start arguments unless it's something that you, really feel like you can add something to. But just being aggressive and insulting people, that's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to share your excitement in other people's comment section. If they're posting about something they're excited about, you can say, hey, I'm excited about that too. Hashtags, Instagram is all about hashtags, so you can use hashtags to search for other people who are excited about what you do. And attack. It's an attack kitten. He's attacking my fingers. Go on. You were just attacking a second ago. Engage those other people, because people who are trying to do what you do could potentially become your fans. And you might discover somebody that you want to be a fan of. So again, with that audience engagement, that is very important. And like I said, those fans will become nodes of advertising for you. This goes into the other part of your IP is just, what is it? I think Comics Matter with your boy Zach says that 90% of advertising is just reminding people that your product exists. If you can keep that in the public consciousness every single day, they will remember that you exist and they will feel excited about what you do. Well, that's very hard to do on a daily basis. Advertising costs money, and it costs money and time to create content that's constantly coming at them. But if you have people who are excited about that, they want to spread the word. They are excited. They want to share their excitement with someone else. and therefore they become like little nodes of advertising. So there's much more you can learn by searching 1000 True Fans on YouTube. I recommend that you do it. It's a very interesting topic, but it's also something that works best when combined with the fact that you own your own IP. So, I'll set up a little scenario for you that I discussed in the last interview with the creators of Crawl or Die. And I can't remember if I did it on the show, on the after show, which is available on my Patreon. That's behind an exclusive Patreon tier, or if it was something that I actually talked to them about after we were done recording. But essentially, I'm toying with the idea of creating content that there may be the video on demand aspect of it that I get distribution for, but I keep my physical media rights and then use crowdfunding to fulfill the pressing of the Blu-rays or posters, stickers, magnets, whatever else might come of that, and then sell directly to them. So essentially use crowdfunding as a method of fulfilling orders. And I'm seeing the comic book people, they do that. They fulfill anywhere from $30,000 to $200,000. So if you have those 100 true fans, that will go a long way in making sure that when you do crowd something or do try to use some other method of fulfilling orders, those people are there waiting with their money that they want to give you for your product. So anyway, it turns out that recording a video with a kitten attacking your hand is difficult, and I may have sounded distracted while doing this, and I hope you got what I was saying out of that and weren't too distracted by cuteness. So Vincent Vader and I are going to get going. Oh, yes, you have a nice butt, Vincent. What? What do you have to say? Say it into the microphone. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this time. Thanks for listening, and be sure to like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, leave me a comment, and don't forget, I'll leave a link in the description to my Backyard Indies content creation group on Facebook. Please join me there, and know that if you are not a part of the Patreon, you can also support the channel through PayPal or ordering any of the books or videos or other products in my Amazon affiliate links in the description. These are all ways that you can make money with your 1,000 true fans. I do not have 1,000 true fans, but I'm hoping by the time of this video I will have hit 400 subscribers. My first mini goal is to get to 1,000. So I thank you. Vincent thanks you. And we'll see you later.